for round 19 of the NPL Women's First Grade fixture between your APIA Leichhardt FC and Western City Rangers FC. On behalf of the APIA Women's Program, we would like to thank our club's major sponsors: Turner Freeman Lawyers, Carrera by Design, Full Face Orthodontics, Rachays, Canada Bay Club, Flowers for Everyone, True Property, and a big thank you to our senior team sponsors, Aero Adapt, English Heritage Tiles, Mahoney Estate Wines, Wise Employment, Automotive Superstore, and Functional Fire. The first grade lineup for Western City Rangers FC is as follows. Coach Bohan Radmilo, Manager T. Johnson and Josephine Williams. Starting lineup: number 6, Jacqueline Hook; 13, Catalina Marinsky; 15, Isabel Yogi; 21, Layla Barton; 25, Isabella Preston; 29, Selena Mifsud; 30, Amelia Farag; 46, Charlotte Page Johnson; 99, Gabriela Silva; 211, Samantha Wilkinson; and 221, Sophia Atisa. Substitute players: number 22, Sienna Jahan; 23, Claire Holder; 26, Summer Barak; 27, Ray Abdullah; and 37, Jade McGarity.
I don't know, I think so.
And now for the team lineup for our first grade women's team and their proud sponsors: number 3, Charlotte Lancaster; number 4, Natasha Pryor; number 6, Mona Walker, sponsored by Gem 3 Air Conditioning; number 7, Talia Capitanellis, Sydney City Mechanical Services; number 10, Susan von Songham; 11, Ashley Lecker, Wise Employment; 13, Jordan Jasnos, Ugali Concrete Constructions; 14, Mia Golding, Clinical Sports Therapy and Company Office Fit Out Group; 24, Christina Kachik, Macron; 31, Jacinta Julabowski, Superior Painting; and 38, Alyssa Rose, RC Football Academy. Substitute players for APIA Leichhardt: number 2, Claudia Chico; 5, Maya Lobo, Little Kitties Blacktown; 15, Paige Haywood, Di Romani Petersham; 37, Estella Cameron, Bell Property Des Moines; and 40, Paige Cuthill, Streamline Joinery. Correction, the Western City Rangers FC first grade side is as follows. Number Number 7, Alexandra Hune. 11, Sienna Hebel. 12, Mariam Mostagni. 14, Chloe Gordon. 16, Chelsea Barton. 17, Adelaide Rosalinda Lorinsky. 20, Kira Hastings. 23, Claire Holder. 33, Rukaya Alfaraj. 57, Trudy Camilleri. 88, Renee Kernolstar. Substitute players, number 6, Jackie Hook. 13, Catalina Warinsky. 15, Isabel Zopi. 25, Isabella Preston. 29, Selena Mifsud. 46, Charlotte Page Johnson. And 211, Samantha Wilkinson.
It's crunch time at both ends of the National Premier League women's table. APIA find themselves 3 points from first after surging right back into form with 5 straight wins. Western City Rangers haven't yet found their groove in a campaign that has only yielded a measly 8 points. 5 from NWS above them, 6 from Illawarra above them. For one, a season that threatens to finally get that grand final monkey off the back, but for the other, a season that threatens to put them right back down to where they fought so gallantly to escape. Second season syndrome is rearing its oh-so-ugly head for the Rangers. Time running out to rescue a season on a knife's edge. 32 points separate these two teams. Rangers would be wise to remember that each game between now and season end starts at 0-0, meaning they have a chance from the word go. For APIA, it's the opposite. Nothing is guaranteed. Points are not secured until the final whistle blows. Two teams on different planets, if the solar system is the ladder, if you like. Perhaps the opportunity to play at the 8th wonder of the world will motivate them. It is quite the spectacle here in Leichhardt, at the town's prestigious home, though it is set to soon receive a facelift. It's double-header action on Saturday for APIA. It is their occasion, and it's on Western City to spoil the party. We'll go through the lineups of both of these two sides now. My name is Mark Topoli. My cameraman is Dick Botardo. It's a pleasure from us both to be here with you this afternoon on what is truly a momentous and significant occasion, especially for the home side. For APIA, We'll start with them. Teenager Jacinta Gulubovsky starts in goal for the 6th time this year. A reminder, she is of the crop that turns 16 this year, one of the youngest NPL women's goalkeepers to ever grace the pitch. Perhaps the opportunity to play at the 8th wonder of the world will bring something spectacular out of these young groups. Jordan Jasnos and Mia Golding are the unshakable fullbacks, whilst Christina Kicek keeps her spot from last week. But Tash Pryor's availability means that Maya Lobo drops to the bench for the first time this league season. Estelle Fragale is overseas, so Alyssa Rose drops into the base of the midfield alongside Mona Walker. Susan von Songkamp comes back into the starting side as the number 10. Off the right is Talia Capitanelis, who will cut in on her left. On the left is the sensational Charlotte Lancaster, who of course recently picked up her first goal in a comeback victory over Manly. While making her 100th start for the club tonight, Ash Leder, a special occasion here marked at the 8th. It is unchanged for what appears to be Tim Aitken's Western City Rangers. Not listed on Dribble just yet, but of course officially announced as the club's technical director and director of football going forward. And he was seen leading the warm-ups and the final team talk. So it's unchanged for him. Renee Kristanovska used to be a Marconi shot stopper, tonight making her 9th start of the campaign for the Rangers. Captain Alex Yun and Maria Mostagimi will start in the middle of the defence. Kira Hastings came into the side 4 rounds ago, make that 5 in a row today, while former Wanderer Chelsea Barton's on the other flank. Chloe Gordon and Sienna Havel are at the base of the midfield, flanked by Rukaya Alfaraja and Adelaide Brzezinski, who recently scored her first goal just last week for the club. Up top, it's a pair of very, very talented futsal players who will be wanting to keep their chemistry nice and hot going into this game. The brilliant Trudy Camilleri, who of course has played representative football for Australia and representative rugby league for Malta. Claire Holder, the golden boot at the recent futsal Asian Championships, with 6 to her name in that campaign, is the other in the number 23. 1 goal to her name in the NPL Women's. A further 9 goals in all comps, 8 of those being scored in 23s this season to go, with her brilliant set of boots. Again, my name is Mark DePoli. Welcome to Leichhardt Oval, not Lambert Park. Western City Rangers at the bottom of the women's table here of the New South Wales NPL, facing tonight the 3rd placed APIA. And it's Mona Walker who comes forward first and foremost, and it's lumped away by Mostagimi. Sent all the way back to young Gulubovsky, who has no qualms in sending that right back up the line that it came. Out it goes for the first throw-in of the afternoon. Pleasure to have you here. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you have not already. What a privilege it is to be at this very venue. It's just at the bottom of your camera, you might have just seen Timmy Aitken, who we can now confirm is the standing coach today, shaking the hand of Brad Attard and Kevin Bush, coach and assistant coach of the home side. Back it goes all the way to the hat-wearing Kristanovska in goal. She passes it back to Mostagimi, who delivered the ball to her initially. Trying to move into the middle third of the pitch. Chelsea Barton up the line, formerly of the Wanderers as well as the Blacktown Spartans, where she came through as a youth product and wanted that first grade senior football, hence why she's made the move from one part of Blacktown to another. Great cross-foot switch of play. Captain Nelson so excited to see what she can do on her left-hand side when she cuts in, I'm sure, throughout the evening. Free kick in favour of the away side, and they'll feel the pressure is alleviated on them as APIA try and maintain their string of hot starts this season. The sun, of course, coming from behind you, hence why you've got a half of the pitch laterally that's in the shade and the other not. Claire Holder holds up the ball, and that pass as Western City Rangers try to escape their own half has gone out. It'll be a first throw on this near side here. Mia Golding will take. 19 starts in round 19. Perfect attendance record continues for the ever hard-working and oh so consistent right back Mia Golding. Captain Ellis passing with danger, the danger being the sideline. Claire Holder wins it back. Good ball in for Alfaraja. It's cleared away by Jasnos, so it's a leap high to get it. Rukaya Alfaraja will now close down her oppressor. She's done really well to hustle and win it back. A 3-time international goal scorer for the Jordan women's national team, of course, Rukaya Alfaraja. player with serious pedigree as Gulabowski, a player who's at the start of her career, by contrast, shifted her body well to clear that away. Chelsea Barton picks it up. Her sister Layla also part of the squad. This is Camilleri twisting and turning. And she eventually gave it away. Barton picks it back up and lumps a hopeful ball into the box. It's not going to trouble the centre-back partnership of Kicek and Pryor. And it'll eventually trickle its way all the way up by the corner flag, which Golding will have to find a way to work out of for APIA. A reminder, the 32 points between these two teams on the NPL women's ladder. Ash Letter on appearance number 100 for the club. Her first significant involvement of the afternoon. A first look on camera there for Timmy Aiken, I can imagine, is just creeping into the bottom of your screen there. The man who's taken over from Milan Jovanovic. And hitting the deck rather hard was Susan Fonsonkan. She's back to her feet. She's picked up 2 goals since joining following the end of the A-League women's season. Interested to see what this APIA team does without Estelle Flagale at the base of their midfield. Paige Hayward preferred to deputise off the bench, as she did last week after getting sent off at round 13. She didn't appear until round 18, being last week. And she's back now again, but again off the bench. Slowed down well by Sienna Havel and sent in behind. Kicek is running over both shoulders. Has Gulabowski to aim at, and she clears it well. She's been good on both sides, left and right foot. APIA come away with it by hook or by crook. Then they give it away right in front of the referee. And Alyssa Rose, who is very much capable of playing as a holding midfielder, though being preferred for the majority of the season as a wide number 10, is the one who picked up the scraps there. This is Mona Walker, whose 2 goals helped separate these two teams when they met in round 6. A 4-1 victory, the way of what was at the time the away side, APIA's captain Nellis. Oh, that just went past her right foot. She's being closed down now. She's gone down hard. And no foul called by the referee. Coaching staff of APIA, of course, incensed, and Brzezinski will now try and run in behind. Looks like she had the pace there on Alyssa Rose. Rose had the yards advantage getting through the ball. Great touch there, as you'd expect from Camilleri. 4 goals for her name this season as Camilleri lines one up, and it bounces harmlessly wide, and then out for a goal kick. If you're just tuning in, 3rd place versus the current cellar dwellers. 5 points between Western City Rangers and safety, if you like. Alex Yun, one-time Matilda, step over and then eventually drops it back into her goalkeeper, Renee Kristanovska. She's looking into the sun for just a moment, and she doesn't quite see Ash Letter coming. Is forced into a rushed clearance. Mona Walker involved, as was Chloe Gordon. And now APIA are attacking again through Jordan Yasnos. Comes towards Letter, instead falls to Susan Fonsonkan. Alyssa Rose enters the shady part of the pitch and drops it here for Mia Golding. Cuts inside, then past 1, then past 2. Brilliant footwork there. Fonsonkan, she gives it away and barrels her oppressor over in the process. Just not, she can hit them. 1 goal to her name this year, but not to be teed up for 2 on this occasion. Camilleri twists a beautiful ball in behind, looking for Rukaya Alfaraja, who crosses the halfway line on the far side of the pitch. Still driving down that far right-hand side as eventually the support cast comes in and they win a free kick APIA through the excellent hustle there of Lancaster. So a small argument happening here between the 2 coaches, a bit of a clash of words. Aitken and Attard. Forged in the fires of Western Sydney, those 2. Alfaraja. Good touch into space by Mostagimi. Sends an excellent ball in behind Camilleri. Can she get there first? She does! Kicek, basically on the line, was the one to save the day for the home side. Ball delivered back in, and just right there in that moment, that 5 straight win streak. Looked like it was going to be a difficult one to make 6. Camilleri looking for goal number 5. And APIA survive as they concede the biggest chance of the game so far. Really, really lovely ball to find Capitanellis. And she gets a great touch inside. Fantastic. Talia Capitanellis! It's a spectacular save by Kristanovska, who has kept her side in the contest from one side to the other. Two massive chances in the game. They go begging for both, but the latter earns a corner. Huge moment in the contest, potentially a huge moment in Western City Rangers season. Can they keep their heads above water here in this moment and here today? So much space to deliver it. Perfect wind up here. Goes right towards the back stick. And the header was won by Lancaster again. But it's just going to be a goal kick. What a save it was by Renee Kristanovska, who plays it short for Mariam Mostagimi. Chance, which has come all the way through for the Rangers. Can she steer it back onto her stronger right boot? Not to be on this occasion. Holder looking for the goal to double her senior tally for the season. 3 chances that have happened on either ends of the pitch in a matter of 90 seconds. Hold your breath. 4 if you count the misheaded corner. Mostagimi sends that one out for a touch. Or into touch, out for a throw. If you like. Panic stations at both ends. The game still at 0-0. Excellently done by Mona Walker. Living dangerously as the Western City Rangers press comes in here. And cleared away by Gulabowski. Header won strongly there. Capitanellis got there first ahead of Kira Hastings. What a challenge it is going to be for her to keep Capitanellis quiet. Here she is up against Fonsoncam on this occasion, who's running square just past the semicircle of the middle of the pitch. Sends this one out wide to the left-footed Jordan Yasnos, who's got so much time to deliver this in towards Capitanellis. And over it goes. Kristanovska, happy to see that one sail over her crossbar. Plays it short, the umpteenth time already to her right, and Mariam Mostagimi will send it away. Good turn there by Ruqayya Al-Faraja. 2 very pacey wide players, one in defence, one in attack. One a little bit too vengeful for losing the ball there, and Ruqayya finds that Yasnos will take those every day of the week. Feeling a little bit sore perhaps as Alyssa Rose excellently switches this out wide. It's just such an excellent bit of quality. Capitanellis feeds a ball in behind, looking for Letter not to be. Taking her time, adjusting her socks, and picks up the ball. Already 11 minutes gone in this game that has seen 4 half chances and then a further 1 significant chance for the Western City Rangers. Of course, getting a draw last week was a good step in the right direction. No wins in a long, long time. What a day it would be to turn that around under their new coach, Timmy Aitken. Oh, loose touch there. Alyssa Rose perhaps used to the Lambert lining. Hastings now, a reminder, 5 straight starts for her, all 5 of the season. Turns 21 this year, very much a young fullback, because that's won pretty easily there by Pryor. Newcastle Jets stalwart at this point, been at APIA for the best part of 4 years now. Lovely ball, lovely triangles being formed here. Chloe Gordon involved a siding, slicing challenge by Capitanellis. Urging her right back to send the ball long. Letters touch into space is glorious. Squares it to Mona Walker, but this is not quite the Lambert synthetic, and it bounces a little harshly for them. Ruqayya Al-Faraja dilly-dallies for just a moment. Drops it back into Chelsea Barton. Chloe Gordon now. And Havel tried to find Camilleri, who's so good in tight spaces, but she unfortunately gave it away. Mostagimi sends it out wide for Chelsea Barton. And that 16 jersey up the line she goes and gives it away. Now she's actually out of position as well. And forward come APIA. The centre back out of position, but the ball was really poor. And a chance goes begging again. Both coaches will be happy in patches with what they've seen from their sides in terms of chance creation. They're both making lots of chances also and surrendering opportunities as well. Who will be the one to break the duct? It's a lovely ball by Chelsea Barton to find Ruqayya Al-Faraja. She's got 3 to aim for now coming into the box, and she's hashed it. Because it took a deflection. Not a hash, a deflection. Out for a corner it will be. Important for young Jacinta Gulubowski, which, if she turns 16 this year, means that she's part of the 2010 crop of talent to come through. That is rather quite frightening to think that people born after the global financial crisis are currently playing senior football. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. What we should be talking about is the fact that Ruqayya Al-Faraja, and actually crossing in that ball, might have landed awkwardly, twisted something in the process, and she's in a world of hurt right now. Her only goal of the season was actually against APIA. It was the solitary goal that they scored after a game that was essentially ruined from the 5th minute onwards when they considered a red card and a penalty in the same motion. The now departed Ivana Galic, of course, who's playing her trade in League One Women's now. Popped a pretty brutal blow just 5 into the game for basically siding down Letta while she was in the 6-yard box. And are they gesturing to the sidelines here? Well, nobody's moving from a Rangers persuasion. 15 minutes into this one. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you have not already. Ruqayya Al-Faraja, with the help of her Western City Rangers physio, is going to make her way to the sidelines. So Rangers temporarily down to 10. Camilleri's having a chat with her sideline. Yep, she's urging a player to warm up. Let's see what's going on. Oh no, she's urging a player to go and fetch something from the change room. This is hilarious. Master in The Apprentice, perhaps. It'll be an out-swinging corner. Rangers still down to 10, waiting for Trudy Camilleri to actually make her way into the box, which she now is, just behind the referee in the 57 jersey, you might notice. Out-swinging it'll be, 2 hands raised. Perhaps the back stick it will be, long and looping and high. Camilleri is rising for it. Back out towards the corner kick taker, who goes for the half volley that actually ends up in probably the best scenario that they could have wanted, which is the chance to put some pressure on from this throw-in here. It didn't go out for a goal kick. So Mia Golding takes it. Capitanellis trying to use her strength to push her way into the path of the ball. It was really strong work on the opposite end by number 14, Chloe Gordon, to counteract it. And we have another throw-in from 10 yards where we took one 30 seconds ago. Letta wins this one, as she so regularly does, and stepping in strong was Alex Hyun. Plied her trade across the world from the streets of Napoli. And she's also played as far wide as Schjøring in, of course, Denmark. What a fantastic career. Still plenty more to give. The captain of the Western City Rangers needs to continue inspiring her side and certainly try and inspire them back into some kind of form. 8 points this season, technically on a live ladder, that now reads 9. Crossfield switch of play towards Charlotte Lancaster is certainly on. Can they find her now? Capitanellis, who then was upended by Barton. This is now Lancaster bearing down on goal! Smacks the post and lets her from 6 yards on her 100th cap for the club. Blazes it over. And if it's a sign of things to come, we're in for a real barnstormer of a game. Like, you'd bet your house that Letta from there would score it, but geez, it came to her in a real hurry. All the while, by the way, Ruqayya Al-Faraja, who is technically the right-sided midfielder, potentially you might label her as a right-sided winger, has just received some instructions from Timmy Aitken, the coach. Looks like she's moving into more of a centralised number 9, if you like. Letta will find this goes over her head, but only as far as Charlotte Lancaster here into the box. It's Charlotte Lancaster back onto her right. The New Zealand international's going for it herself and blazes another shot wide. Well, that's 2 major opportunities in the space of 10 kicks of the ball that APIA will be kicking themselves for not converting. And away that goes from Captain Hyun. Claire Holder's touch was poor. It was taken off her. Alyssa Rose cuts back one way to the other. Captain Ellis in behind for Golding, who's making a marauding run up the right flank. Out into touch it goes. A couple hundred people here in attendance, as you probably aren't able to see on the live stream, but you can probably hear. Take my word. Fonsong Cam. Brilliant to watch. Sienna Havel trying to hound her. Nice touch by Kitchek, keeping Maya Lobo out of the team. So they in strong Fonsong Cam on Sienna Havel there. That was a don't do that again kind of touch, and Havel's definitely feeling that one. Havel only made her first appearance in round 16. Today is round 19, I remind you. Spent a couple of years in the States, Valdosta State University. Sydney Uni youth product. Spent time at Rangers across 2 stints now. This is only her 3rd involvement of the season in the NPL Women's. Great touch, or perhaps the lack thereof, you might call it, in between the legs. Options inside and in behind. It was the latter option she went for, and it was cut out well by APIA Mona Walker. Oh, lovely footwork to get away from 2 oppressors there in shades of green, and she wins a free kick from the referee in yellow. It's played short back to Mona Walker. Sends it out wide. In behind is Fonsong Cam. It's just going to hold up if she slides in. Not to be. Must be some kind of downhill on that end of the pitch. There certainly is on this near side. Classic bit of Leichhardt runoff. In fact, only as far as Jordan Jasnos. Mona Walker, the number 6, playing as the number 6. Drops it into Tash Pryor. 2-time goal scorer for the Matildas from her 11 caps, both against Chinese Taipei, separated by just 4 days. And dual friendly. Rose sends this back to young Gulabowski. Coming in is the press and winning it back with a Rangers. Holder is there. Can she hit it? Pryor steps in. Trudy Camilleri. Trudy Camilleri! They've needed that. They have so very much needed that. It's a goal that comes against the run of play. But it's a goal that may just keep their heads above water for another day. Trudy Camilleri extends her lead as the club's golden boots, with 5 to her name, runs straight to the sideline to handshake and high-five the coaching staff. Timmy Aiken is overjoyed with the contribution of his most experienced and well-versed player. It was so calm. It was on her left-hand side. She cut onto her right, then finished it into the bottom left-hand corner. That is why you play players of such quality the big bucks. A brilliant moment by Trudy Camilleri that cracks this game open. And on the live ladder, of course, Spirit won't be playing. In fact, they are playing at the same time, forgive me, against the Rams, but on the live ladder, it takes them up to 11 points and 2 from safety. Captain Ellis cuts back, looking for a chance to get back into the game straight away, staring into the sun as the ball comes towards your forehead. There are not many players out there braver than those willing to head the ball in such circumstances. I certainly wouldn't. Oh, fantastic move by Camilleri. And a moment of learning for the young goalkeeper, Gulabowski. When the call comes in to clear, just clear. And the problem with that, it's all part of earning your stripes. What a moment. Ashletta in strong. Mona Walker there too. Send it in behind for Capitanellis. Throw in it will be. Golding takes it as quickly as she possibly can. A scintillating technique. Lancaster didn't get it out of her feet, though the touch was poor. Ruqeya Al-Faraja is the one who steps in to defend. Jasnos. Lancaster again. Square is Walker. Walker receives it. New Zealand Youth International linking up with a full international. This is Mia Golding. Looks a little overcooked. That it is. Jasnos keeps it alive. Just a hopeful ball into the box. Keep your hands down, Mostagimi. That she does and cleared away. Rangers are going to have to bite down here and soak up some of APIA's momentum. Here they come again. Executive balls into the box. Capitanellis wins it. And she wins a second one. Letta feeds it off. Placed wide. Another chance goes begging. And it's not the first time that Charlotte Lancaster's put one wide to the right of Renee Kristanovska's goal. Now, what a game we have here to watch. Throw in for the Rangers again. Flicked infield by Letta. This is Alyssa Rose. Walker, ball roll towards the byline, being closed down by 3 and runs out of space. Right in front of the technical area of APIA. Golding with a cute flick up. Capitanellis rolls past Hastings with expert ease, and then Hastings recovers with a great show of pace. Golding will take her third throw-in of the minute. Speaking of, 25 of the way through it already. Letta. And out it goes. Again, Rangers gonna have to sit in and hope for a little bit while APIA try and ride this wave into an equaliser. Away by Hyun. Hastings and then cleared away a bit more comprehensively this time, and it's a foot race. Look at how high APIA are happy to play all their defenders. Camilleri in strong. Up against Tash Pryor. Now Snossing comes with Ruqeya Al-Faraja. Chelsea Barton in strong on Charlotte Lancaster. Two very young fullbacks against two very experienced wingers of the opposition. And Lancaster's got some free space to move into. Letta leaves it. Capitanellis must have heard the call from behind her. Pryor off the chest does well. Receives it does Alyssa Rose. Square pass to Mona Walker. Can she feed it forward? Yes, to her right. Mia Golding up this near side touchline. Hastings in strong on Capitanellis again. Not having an easy ride here whatsoever. On her, from what I've been told, her favoured right-hand side. Pryor still feeds a good ball towards Mona Walker. Good ball across the face again. And Rangers will keep it in, and they will actually win the throw-in too. Approaching the 1/3 mark of the game. The scoreline 1-0 the way of the visitors. Western City Rangers will still be last place no matter the result today, but it's a massive step in the right direction if they can get something, anything out of it. Certainly they want to keep a hold on the 3 points. Capitanellis finds Lancaster, who's come central. She gives it away. Chelsea Barton was there. And Camilleri. She gave it away. Fonson came from an offside position, perhaps not to be on this occasion. Capitanellis now. Hastings comes across to close her down. Capitanellis crosses it. Away by Barton. Letta, easy tap in. It fell kindly to her, but on cap 100 for the club, she won't mind. Goal 90 on cap 100. It's an astonishing record for an exceptional player. And on a day where the leading line of both teams have now scored, we are at 1-1 and parity is restored, and APIA gets what their chances created up until this point probably deserves. Ash Letter, as the sun rises and the sun sets, as the sea is blue and the grass is green, congratulations on your 100th cap, your 90th APIA goal, and your 20th of the league campaign as you sit outright as a halfway line shot comes in and goes harmlessly wide. That's also, would you believe it, the 6th straight game that she scored in. It means that in round 19 she has her 20th goal. More than 1 goal per game. Oh, Camilleri is threatening on Tash Pryor here, who is dicing with danger. But someone with literal A-League women's experience coming out of her ears, and that of the Matildas representative world as well, was never going to interfere in a situation even as hairy as that. Golding wins the header. Captain Ellis goes down. Claire Holder, the one penalised. Walker drops it into her right-sided defender. Golding, who sends it away. Letter came in strong on Kristanovska. Kyun and then given away in the middle of the park. Silly there, Letter. Was she offside? She was not! 91! 91 on day 100. And in a flash, the game is turned on its head in a way that it feels like only APIA can in front of their adoring fans. Like clockwork.
Goal team number 11, Ashley Letter, sponsored by Rise Employment. The score now, APIA 2.
Extraordinary.
Western City Rangers FC 1.
Take the time to soak in the very best years of Ashley Letter. This is footballing, and particularly striking, attacking excellence of the absolute loftiest echelon. You will not find many better in the country, who can open up space and finish oh so easily as Ash Letter. The star girl of a star-studded team has 2 goals, and they are both, as you would typically expect, both displaying striking instincts that you won't find better from anybody else. Anybody else. And poor Western City Rangers, not 5 minutes ago, held a lead, and they are right back down where we entered the round from. On the live ladder, it reads 8 points. 2 goals against them in just a moment. It's Mona Walker who provides an excellent defence-splitting assist for Ash Letter. That's 3 goal contributions against them this season for APIA's number 6. Camilleri leads an otherwise lonely press. Hastings. And just a couple of moments where in this Western City Rangers defence they've shown their nerves, and they've shown that the occasion can potentially get to them. Just a couple of moments that weren't happening for the first 25 to 27 minutes of this game. Missed passes, slips, loose touches. APIA are a real danger of making this a 2-goal cushion now. Ball delivered in, Letter is there. She feeds it off. for Capitanellis. A shake of the hands between the two off camera. But on they go again as Western City sit in and hope. Chloe Gordon, Mostagimi, finds Havel turning. Hyun. Especially important for her to keep her head. Alex Hyun. A reminder, Captain Matilda, much high level of footballing experience, needs to continue leading this crop as best as she possibly can. It starts with her as Hastings wins a free kick here for her efforts up against Talia Capitanellis. Over Rose's head, Ruqayya Al-Faraja is there, but so is Christina Kicek. As Camilleri came in, the ball gets dropped into Tash Pryor. Gulabowski moves to the side to receive. First time left-footed pass. Only finds Havel. Cleared away by Kicek. Won again by Gordon. In strong was Alyssa Rose. Letter is there, and she's taken out by Hyun. Just a little, I'm not going to let you do that again, kind of tackle. Little push, and a free kick for Western City. "35 minutes played, 10 to go. A couple of minutes to add on, perhaps. I predict 2 at this point, if that. Fun Song Cam found it bounced awkwardly again, competing with the sun. It's oh so tough. Mona Walker, 1 assist today already as Jasnos crosses the halfway line. Lancaster lets it run. Capitanellis is free if she can be found. Kristanovska will have not a simpler pick-up all evening. Camilleri. Touch shy of the halfway line, drops it in and sends him behind towards Ruqayya Al-Faraja. Jasnons needs to be careful. Cleared away by Gulabowski. 2 straight starts, 6 for the season. Gulabowski's also kept a clean sheet. It was actually in her competitive senior debut. What a way to start for her as Kicek nearly ran into a whole lot of danger there. She's fortunate to get away with it. Mona Walker is anything but fortunate. She's exceptionally skilled and feeds a good-looking ball in behind. Mostagimi won't get there. Letter for the hat-trick! It's magnificent! It just gets better and better and letter and letter and letter. Three goals within 10 minutes. On a day where she'll forever hang this jersey, no matter where she goes around the world.
APIA leading 3 goals to 1.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do if you're Western City Rangers? It's a second hat-trick of her season. The first was against Northwest Sydney Spirit way earlier on in the season. She's picked up 3 braces in that time, and she's just surpassed that with a hat-trick here against Western City, as they try and rescue something before we head to the break. Mona Walker's work to build up that goal and then find Lancaster, whose ball in was also quite good, cannot go unnoticed as they win a corner, the Western City Rangers. But Ash Letter, I've run out of superlatives. Magnificent. Unstoppable. A given, perhaps. And I guess it is a given when you outshine your appearances with the number of goals you've scored. 3 today takes her to 22 as of midway through round 19. A positive goal-scoring record. An assured bet. Havel delivers in, cleared away by Kicek. Recovered well by Brzezinski. Need to see more of Adelaide. Camilleri, and it's a testing save down low for Jacinta Gulabowski. And it's a test. She passes. A confidence booster for the young'un between the sticks. Just a bit over 6 minutes left to go in this first half. Those offered us 4 goals. And 2 times the lead has changed hands. And you can't imagine it's going to do so again. It will take something truly extraordinary to do so as Tash Pryor goes back to her young goalkeeper. And she's frustrated with herself. She shouldn't be. She recognises that there was a moment in the first half where APIA conceded a goal that she in particular needs to learn from. And in that moment she has. It's credit in the bank in my opinion. Holder, who got the assist for Rangers' solitary goal today, wins a corner. Her delivery is so often very good. Hyun comes forward. Rukaya Al-Faraja is the one who's trying to disrupt the goalkeeper. It's a good ball inside the 6-yard box. It's cleared away there, though, by Tash Pryor. And then a shot from distance. Had some good technique behind it. Oh, and Susan Fonsonkamp finds the ricochet is kind. And her spatial awareness is even better. And APIA's number 10 has one to aim it in the box. And this is a massive decision for the referee. Appeals coming in from all around Leichhardt Oval. He's thinking. He's thinking. He's looking to the pockets. He's letting the moment just settle. It's a yellow. It's a yellow for Kira Hastings, which is her second of the season, including 23 games as well. Brad Attard and Kevin Bush are completely incensed. The reasoning behind it would be because there were options in the middle that perhaps could have come across diagonally and slowed her down. If you look at it from a bird's eye, though, and you look at it flat, I understand the APIA area's frustration. They can appeal all they like. I think they know deep down that it's probably the appropriate call. The immediate concern, in my opinion, is how is Susan Fonsonkamp, who for about a minute and a half there was testing out her right leg. She's okay as she was clipped. It's clearly a clip. It's clearly a trip. What is so spectacular about it is it's the fact that Susan Fonsonkamp has eyes in the back of her head and is able to actually cross across Hastings. And in that moment that she crosses, she invites contact, and she has essentially rendered the young Rangers left back to being on a knife's edge on thin ice for the rest of the game. And it's probably going to force Timmy Aitken into a sub at some point between now and the end of the game to make sure he doesn't have to deal with any missing players next week. It's Lancaster, it's curling! Kristanovska did enough to get her hand underneath it and just about palm it away. Inside the last couple of minutes of the first half, that not only has goals, but a moment of contention, depending on what side of the fence you sit on. I think what was excellent about the refereeing there is the fact that he let the boiling overflowing water just settled back down. He turned the heat off and cooled everything. It's a really good ball in the top netting. And by just letting everybody take 10 seconds before showing the card, it meant that everybody's initial appeal softened. And by softening it, no matter what the colour of the card was going to be, somebody on one side of the technical area or the other was going to be deeply upset. For better or for worse. In just giving it that second, it took the sting out of the moment. And I think that's an exceptional officiating. Lancaster in strong on Chelsea Barton. Letter, for the first time, is deemed offside. Walker over her head. Tash Pryor was there to back her up, though. Just her third appearance this season for APIA Leichhardt. Alfaraja comes square. Gordon twists, turns Havel, in fact it is, away from danger. Mona Walker picks up the loose ball from Chelsea Barton. And now Lancaster's running in behind, but Kristanovska will hope it goes into her box. It now does. Following her touch, as Lancaster's the furthest player forward and is being urged by the goalkeeper of the Rangers to buzz off. Right on the halfway line, it was left there by Mona Walker, but Tash Pryor was there. It's the second time in a matter of moments that that's happened. Kyun. Look at how much the sun and the shading has shifted throughout this first half. You could basically see the entire pitch without shade prior to kickoff, and now it's essentially completely the opposite. That's the way it's going to remain as the afternoon turns into the evening. So Western City Rangers, from just about the edge of the middle third of the pitch to Western City Rangers' attacking third of the pitch, are going to have a free kick. It'll be Claire Holder that stands over it. And there's a lot of green shirts pushed forward and basically all but one of APIA pushed back. Pryor wins it out of the sky under no kind of contest or duress. One there by Havel. And then APIA come again. They have the numerical advantage here. Oh, and Mona Walker was taken out after she delivered the ball. It won't matter. Alyssa Rose, one goal to her name. About to come two, perhaps. Kristanovska came out well and decisively, but both players have ended up injured. Alyssa Rose in a world of hurt. It looks like as she went to strike the ball or perhaps cross it, she slipped, and as a result, she's picked up a boot. And those hurt. But where were the Rangers? Oh, yeah, she's copped it right. She's basically copped the goalkeeper going in the opposite direction to her. Right in the front of her body. So she's just basically taken two objects moving in opposite directions at a very high speed. And Newton's law, something. Yeah, both players are in a lot of pain. And this will take us well into stoppage time of this first half, in fact. This time added on is probably due to, you might remember, the stoppage involving Ruqayya Alfaraja in the early moments of the first half. On we are going to continue. Alyssa Rose might just spend the rest of the first half on the sideline. APIA temporarily down to 10. Free kick on halfway. Camilleri might find the Fonsonkamp. Oh, we're going to go on here. Given away, I'm pretty sure they want that free kick back, and maybe the caution for Susan Fonsonkamp. Mona Walker, one assist to her name already today. Alyssa Rose back onto the pitch, and the end of the first half. After 3 minutes were added on. You may remember, if you cast your mind, 4 goals and a whole lot of minutes back. Trudy Camilleri's 5th goal of her campaign had the Rangers sitting really pretty at 1-0. But APIA, who had created some good chances up to that point, eventually looked to the milestone woman in Ash Letter for a first half hat-trick, her 2nd of the season and her 22nd goal of the league campaign, while also eclipsing 90, then 91, then 92 goals for the club on game 100 for APIA. That's a mouthful of stats for you. But the one that matters most, despite all the appeals from both sides, both Brad Adelaide and Tim Aiken are trying to have their way with the referee and get what they want out of the moment. In the end, we are still 11 v 11, and the important numbers are, it is 3-1. The way of APIA, who have rescued the first half. Interesting. Renee Kostanovska's very, very upset with something going on at the moment. Just doing our best to listen in, but we're too far away. Either way, don't go anywhere, because this game has been spellbinding. See?
It's a lot because I think it's a high reward for us. We've been working really hard this season, and to get a spot in the final, it's a challenge, but we're ready to take it and hopefully we'll get a good result.
To even be in the Sapphire Cup final is an amazing achievement just to get here for my team and myself. But as a club, this was one of our goals from the start of the season, and to even get here is just like incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game because they've been doing really well in the midfield. I know it's going to be a challenge. They've also got the good backline, Poppy. They've got the good forwards as well.
Manly are definitely a hard team to crack down. As you could see, the first time we played them in the season, it was a fight till the end of the match. A few new players as well, so I think it's going to be definitely a big, big fight.
I think having our fans there, family, it'll mean so much to us. Like, we'll get the job done for them, and we'll really feel their support in the stands, I think, as we play this game. It'll be a good game of football to watch, so I think everyone should come down because it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, well, it's a grand final, right? These games mean so much to us, to our fans, to everyone. Women's football is so big in Australia, so I think coming out here is like the first step of actually driving that.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through raffle ticks. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
Now Lancaster leaves the ball for Golding, who is able to clear long. Letter can make a contest here. It's a shallow header from Page. Letter trying to capitalise with a lob, and she does. Morrow to Sullivan. Ruby Sullivan with the pass to Ella Abdulmasih. And Abdulmasih with the return ball. Sullivan makes ground, lifts it high. Halmerick up in the air, and Halmerick scores the equaliser. It's going to be Talia Capitan-Ellis with her left foot. A pack of players wait in the 6-yard box. High to the back post, and it's there. Jamie Bofels has come through, and with a good header has put APIA in front.
Heading into the last 15 minutes here at Popondetta Park. We're still 0-0. Camilleri looking to get the shot away to Wazinski. And what a goal there from Adelaide Wazinski! But they're going to have to defend this corner here from Manly. Oh. And Manly have put it in from that corner.
Straight to the feet for Sarkis, who sends it down the line for Kassar. Oh, gets around one, gets around two, still going. Danger here for Hills. Oh, what a wonderful goal! How did she sneak that through? Kassar with the corner. It's a tight one. Oh, that's unbelievably in. So, crunch time for Hills United here. High to the back post. Oh, it's headed in. And they just nodded off at the back post. Oh, well read. Static Floody who goes. Oh, Mary Static Floody. Oh, that's at least 25 out. That's a stunner.
An opportunity for the Bulls to get off to a positive start here at the Crest. Dos Santos with a good penalty, sends the keeper the wrong way. And it's a comeback goal for
Back, ladies and gentlemen. One of the longer 15-minute breaks I've ever experienced. But perhaps that's needed after what was such a breathtaking and high-energy first half. APIA re-warming back up. They've been out on the pitch for nearly 10 minutes, talking amongst themselves, solving all the world's problems. Rangers have only just made their way back out. So I think, considering that they walked there with the referees, probably means that they were politely prompted, if you like. Mark Topolii here, as your commentator, Nick Portaro, our excellent cameraman. It's been a pleasure to have you so far. Leave a like on the stream if you have not already. This is NPL Women's Football here from the 8th wonder of the world, Leichhardt Oval. Underway we are. Doesn't appear that there have been any changes from either side. I wonder what Tim Aitken and the Western City Rangers girls have conjured up in the sheds. They were in there for a while, as mentioned. There's been a long time to incubate, if you like, to come up and cook up some ideas. They don't need to be good ones to make a comeback of any kind, whether it renders 1 or 3 points against this APIA lot. Inspired by an Ashley Leder first half hat-trick that was simply sublime. Fon Song Kam, who was shaken off any injury concerns that she might have had when she was fouled, which almost rendered a send-off offence. At the back end of that first half, you may remember, Al Faraja keeps it in field, does the Jordanian international. Mia Golding comes from right back into this left side of the defence, and Kicek moves to the right side in Golding's place, temporarily, for the time being. An Ash Leder hat-trick is the reason that there are 2 goals between these two teams. It's also been made worse for the Western City Rangers by the fact that at the end of the first half, featuring Northwest Sydney Spirit and Ella Abdulmasi goal, right before the final blow of the whistle in the first stanza separates NWS in that match. Therefore meaning that the 5-point gap that we entered round 19, I should say, has increased, at least on the live ladder, to 8. As that pot shot from Jazinski always looked like going over, and over it did go. Touched by Lancaster, fantastic. And sends a ball in behind, which will test Kristanovska. And there's already been 1 goalkeeper error, blunder, in this game. And it wasn't going to be 2 on this occasion at the feet of Kristanovska. Well done by Renee. Lancaster again. An assist in the first half. That ball did not go out of bounds. On we go. Up the line, looking for Ruqayya Al-Faraja and Tash Pryor. But the calmest person on the planet in the way that she put that into touch. Claire Holder takes it long. Pryor again. Al-Faraja just hits it into a hopeful area. And, well, hoped. Nothing more. Despite their lack of an Estelle Flagale today, as well as their lack of true senior keepers, Sophie Johnston and Anna Leitz, there is still some pretty serious firepower to come off the bench for APIA should they wish to do so. Claudia Chico, one of them. Maya Loba also there as well, having started every game prior to round 19. Today for the first time dropping out of the 11. Paige Hayward to come on as well. Sophie Hoban, who's got 3 goals in her 4 appearances since returning to the club, having spent more than half a decade here at this point, also to come off the bench, was warming up at half-time too. Sophie Hoban. It's quite the array. Mona Walker. Out it goes for what will be an APIA throw. That's the voice of Alex Huden you can hear, commanding her troops as they try and find a passage into this game, back into the contest. Ruqayya Al-Faraja puts a very good ball across the face of goal, but nobody in green was there. How frustrating for Tim Aitken, particularly Ruqayya Al-Faraja. Holder. Gordon is there, and again, pushed across the face of goal. This time they were grateful goalkeeper there to pick it up. Played short to Jordan Yasnos. Testing Alyssa Rose's touch there. Fortunately, though, for Rose, there was a Fonsong cam to step in. Susan then gave it away. Mona Walker now has the ball, and things have calmed down a little for Apia. They will move to 43 points today, should the results stay in their favour. And the points go back to Lambert Park, technically at home, though, today. Still in Leichhardt we are. Clearly offside Ruqayya Al-Faraja. This won't count if it goes in. Blazed over nonetheless. Better by Western City Rangers already. No slacking off when Alex Yun's around for the Western City Rangers. I can hear her above my own thoughts. Fantastic, exactly what they need to lead them out of the fires of what is a relegation battle. Free kick it'll be, just 5 yards short of the halfway line. Here's Christina Kitchek as she receives from Golding. Yasnos. Lancaster keeps. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've got a very serious injury concern here. Oh, this is deeply distressing. In the landing, it seems, for Chelsea Barton. And I remind you, it is on a very, very slight incline down. She's landed wrongly in what seemed like an innocuous challenge. Not even a challenge, it was a slight coming together. Lancaster, in doing so, planted a foot wrong, and it's just one of those where you can only wish nothing but the best for the injured player who is in a world of hurt. Credit and kudos to the response of both teams and the technical staff and physio staff of both. Their well-being is in good hands, but this will be the end of her night, and we just hope that when the results do come in, that it's not as bad as it has sounded so far. They're doing knee rigidity tests at the moment, which is a pretty good indication of what the injury will be. I'm watching it on replay here. It's very hard to tell from this angle what kind of movement. Was it a concaving of the knee perhaps that caused the issue, but absolutely no doubt that it's the end of her night. Well, if there's one small positive from the situation, is that she's happened to fall off the pitch, meaning that she's already right where she needs to be in order to come off and get into good hands. Helped to her feet and is about to be helped down the touchline. dry round of applause around the ground. Charlotte, Page, Jonsson will come on. As you can hear from Tim Aitken, that's what he's suggesting. It's the left knee. That's in a world of hurt. And we wish you all the best, Chelsea, in your recovery. Back in play, we're about to beat Western City Rangers. You'll be looking for a number 46 jersey. Worth mentioning as well that we have two Wierzinski duo on the pitch. Rather retraded Adelaide, it seems, for Catalina. So one Wierzinski for another. 3 goals between them this season. Ball delivered in, looking for Lancaster, who heads over. Kristanovska will be appreciative of that. The game's starting to gain momentum again after a near 10-minute delay to tend to an injured player. Let's see who comes out of this potential momentum shifter better. Alfarage's touch is poor. Jasna stops it all the way back to young Gulubovski. Kicek. Brilliantly done by the former Institute defender. And Alyssa Rose now will send it in behind, looking for Talia Kapitanelis, who wants to break what is just some 40 minutes away from becoming a 4-game scoreless run, which was subsequent to a 3-game consecutive goal run. Ooh, a massive coming together there. Western City Rangers come away with it. Mona Walker gets a warning, perhaps a first and final. He sends it forward. It's won there by Kicek again. Rose takes 2 or 3 touches to get it under control. Does, and sends it square. Kapitanelis feeds it in behind, then gives it away. There's no right back for APIA, and forward come the Rangers. It's sent square to Holder. And Mona Walker stepped in. And APIA finally clear their lines as Letta is on for a poker. She has the entire second half to potentially get her 4th goal of the day. Great touch out of the air there. And she stayed on side. She has not. Fun Song Cam. Now she knows about it. And a long ball forward, which is easily won by Natasha Pryor. Rukeya Alfaraja might have argued that there was an arm across her face there. Claire Holder looking towards the back stick. First time slash at the ball from Adelaide Wierzinski on that far side. For those of you wondering, by the way, Barton was replaced by Jonsson. Jonsson's moved to what was Hastings' left-back position. Hastings has actually come into Barton's right-back. So A right back to the bench, injured. A left back to right back, and a new left back on. Can you keep up? Touching on the 1 hour mark of the game, the 2/3 mark of the game, although I can imagine we're going to have plenty of time to be added on after this point, once we get to the end of 90 regular minutes. Anything but regular minutes, haven't they been? Lancaster in strong. Rangers through Hastings, who I remind you is the only cautioned player out there this afternoon. Will take the throw. And Rangers can yet do anything with it. Hastings wins it. Fonsong came out of the sky with expert consummate ease, of course. And she knows full well that Hastings, who was the one who took her out for that challenge in the end of the first half, was there, and she potentially tried to bait her into a decision that she didn't want to make. In the end, it's going to be a caution for Mona Walker for that challenge. That is her 5th yellow of the season. It means that she will miss the away visit to Sydney Olympic next week. It's a big loss in the base of their midfield. I'm not exactly sure when Estelle Fragale returns from her overseas adventure. And perhaps Brad Attard will be paying the early airfare fee to get her back if they're missing Mona Walker. Paige Haywood also could come off the bench. Hasn't played a lot of football in the last 6 weeks or so. Walker's will be careful, of course. A bit of a contest there with Rukaya Alfaraja. Hastings right into the middle of Chloe Gordon's path. And Mona Walker does really well. Not for the first time today. Feels like she's been instructed with a bit more of a free role, actually. In place of Fragale, I would suggest. She's allowed to take 1 or 2 extra touches on the ball, which I'm sure she's appreciating the opportunity to do so. On there by Paige Johnson. Ball delivered in. Alfaraja is the only green shirt in the box. She's tussling here with Jasnos. And Jasnos is pleading to the referee for a free kick to be given in her favour, but as mentioned, Jordanian international, vastly experienced Rukaya Alfaraja, not quite been cautioned by the referee on any occasion. Coming to mind as Letter is upended by Hyun. And she's in a bit of pain as that ball is sent in behind looking for Alfaraja. It's been cleared by Jasnos. She gets the better of her there. Walker needs to be careful in this challenge here. Alfaraja delivers a good ball, and it's a really good ball. Only Golding is there to clear. Wyszynski misses it. Holder looking to double her account for the season. It's tipped over by Gulabowski. Much better by the Western City Rangers. Plenty of time to rescue something out of this game. Showing the signs that need to be shown in order to do so. 62 minutes have passed on by. Ample time for this game to be turned on its head again. Holder will deliver the ball in. Not a lot of tall timber in the box just yet. Now here come Mostagimi and Hyun. That's played short. Chloe Gordon, that looks under hit, and away it's cleared by Letter. Lovely work by Charlotte Lancaster. Fonsong Kem tried to swivel it airborne between her legs. Didn't quite happen. Hastings read it well. That ball went out, I thought. That one was close, but no cigar. On we go. The switch of play is on. Mona Walker sends it in behind. Up the near sideline. Lancaster keeps it alive until she can't. To the bench will go. It'll be Paige Haywood, and Mona Walker's yellow card probably accelerated the need for a decision. On comes Paige Haywood. Consecutive appearances off the bench. Sophie Hoban also will come off the bench for her first appearance in many, many rounds. Minutes back in the legs for Haywood and Hoban, who have recently been returning to football. overseas trips and time off for one or two different reasons. It's that time of the year.
Substitute for APIA Leichhardt, number 15, Paige Haywood, sponsored by Dai Romani Binsham. And number 18, Sophie Hoban.
Touch there. Trudy Camilleri's got Western City Rangers' only goal here this afternoon. Looking for Al Faraja. It's going to be Yasnos who easily deals with it though. And that also means that if you thought 2010-born Jacinta Gulabowski, APIA's goalkeeper, was young, how about 2011-born Selena Mifsud in the 29 jersey for the Western City Rangers has come onto the pitch. Incredibly, she turns 15 this year. She's racked up one start, which she picked up against Illawarra in a 1-1 draw much earlier in the season. Some time against a super-duper club, if you like, for her to learn. An incredible feat and trust in the youth system on display from Tim Aitken in his first moments as the technical director and today coach. Time and space for Tash Pryor to deal with that ball as she finds Golding, and then she continues on a merry old jog up the far side of the pitch. There's a gap in the centre-backs of APIA now. Kitchek cannot afford to lose this ball. She deals with it really well. Lancaster was the one who gave it away. Paige Haywood drops into that left-back slot in the absence of Yasnos. There is Alyssa Rose. She's looking for an out ball off to her right, as she so expertly does several times a game. There wasn't an option. In familiar colours. Lancaster now makes a run. Kitchek will use her left foot to try and send it in behind towards the number 3. Not going to happen on this occasion. Gets a second bite of the cherry to make do on just Pryor. And that she does to find Golding, who's come central here. And she opts for that switch out wide, which is won there well by Jonsson. Got heavy strapping on that right leg, doesn't she? And she's intercepted that pass well. Tash Pryor is still in the nosebleed section of the pitch for a centre-back. And given away, Wierzynski. And given away, she tried to find the other Wierzynski. Offside flag raised, no doubt about that one. 67 minutes we've played. Long it's sent towards Katalina Wierzynski. It will be seen all the way out by Golding of APIA. Well controlled there by Alyssa Rose. She's done very well to get past Selena Mifsud. Ash Letter, hat-trick to her name. She felt like she was hindered rather awkwardly and unfairly there. Appeals amount to nothing though. Alyssa Rose adopting a right-sided centre-back role for the time being. Runners in behind, one of them being Capitanellis. It is Talia Capitanellis who went for the early shot, and Letta will creep in a poker. That one had a little bit of luck. But on Ash Letta Day, she has 4 to her name. And somehow it gets better. On a day geared up for her, on a day to recognise her commitment and her achievements.
Goal, sponsored by Wise Employment.
It is a poker for the brilliant Letter, who has delivered on 4 separate brilliant occasions. And it is a game-killing, momentum-shattering 4th goal and 3-goal cushion now. Easy for Gulabowski. Good communication with her now. Makeshift back line. New look back line. Throws it out wide. Oh, lovely work by Talia Capetanellis. Although the ball went out, although it also will be an APIA throw. Bounce with the throw-in taker there, Rose and Golding. Back it goes to Kitchek, who was under instruction from her senior centre-back partner, Tash Pryor. Kitchek does really well with Rose. This is beautiful work. Under pressure by APIA. Running in behind was Hoban. Not going to be on this occasion. Alfaraja with a great show of pace, but she's just been outnumbered there and clearly trips Yasnos there. Yasnos with a bit of French to try and plead her case. Maya Lobo on the sideline warming up. There's an issue here for Yasnos, who's stayed down. She knows she's not going to win a yellow card by staying down, so this is genuine. Conversation with the referee, Ruqayya Alfaraja, will have. First and final warning. So a second half flurry of goals between MacArthur Rams and NWS Spirit has them split 4-2 the way of the home side Spirit, which of course is more bad news for Western City Rangers as this ball comes in deep towards the back stick, headed out. Good show of composure by Golding as Western City Rangers have a corner, but yes, bad news for them indeed. The team above them have quite the gap to them. 6 points now to rescue as NWS jump over Illawarra Stingrays, who still have a game to play in round 19. Face the Bulls Academy, though, so that's quite the test in, of course, the current league leaders on the live table. Again, considering that they've played one more game than the Bulls, APIA are level on points with them. 2 hands raised. And amounting to nothing, unfortunately, off Mostagimi's head. It's one here by Jonsson. Tries to steer something towards a green jersey, or at least something that resembles one. They kept it alive here. Mifsud sends it with a great show of experience in the young legs out wide. Delivered back in. Wyszynski is around, out for consecutive corners. .75 minutes played. Another in-swinger to come in. Mostagimi is there. Short. Comes Adelaide. Wyszynski. They've opened up a new angle here. Going for it herself. Tipped over Gulabowski. Great save. An athletic save, and in doing so, now she's hurt herself. With an unfortunate landing. Looked like it was right on the tailbone. She's back to her feet, and there are plentiful APIA supporters showing their appreciation for the young goalie's bravery. And of course, her extended right arm just then with an impressive save. And the flat ball into the front post. It's been cleared off the line. There's an appeal happening in the box for a penalty with the sideline ref. All the while here, still Camilleri, who opened the scoring some 5 goals ago now, is trying to do it all on her own here. And she can't get through 3 magenta. She will win, however, a throw. 75 minutes played. Probably a lot still to add on come the end of 90. Over everybody's head, a poor touch in the box though. Camilleri is threatening. Haywood with an option to her left and 2 to her right. It's the former she goes for. Kept alive as Captain Ellis changes wings to the one she's been playing for the majority of this season. Jasnos has shaken off any injury concerns to deliver a ball into the box. It's been cleared away. Lancaster is there, desperate for her second APIA goal since returning from A-League women's duties. APIA retain, recycle, start again. Out wide, Jasnos has so much time. Drops it in here to Rose, who gets it out of her feet, gives it back to Jasnos. Rose has time. Got a wires cross, but Mia Golding will keep this one alive as Hastings comes across herself and makes a big block. Not that she knew too much about it, but she was very brave in standing in the way of it. Now every APIA body forward bar Gulubowski, and as a result, Western City Rangers keep numbers forward themselves. APIA are keen to make this a 5-1 lead. It'll be in swinging. Towards that front stick, it's flicked towards goal, and Kristanovska fell on it and plays it to Camilleri. It's an excellent bit of distribution and then gives it away, Camilleri, and she's frustrated with, I imagine, a mix of herself and her teammates. Not on the same wavelength there on a day where Western City Rangers, in the season perhaps, where they haven't all been on the same wavelength, it seems. There's so many positive signs for the first half an hour or so. And then one moment didn't quite go their way. Leto was the fox in the box. And the game shifted so suddenly on your head, you got whiplash if you weren't braced. Reminder to leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. Let us know that you appreciate what you're experiencing out here, and we're also very grateful as Western City Rangers win another corner. Nice touch there by Mia Golding. Played short. Camilleri just outside the box. Given back to Ruqeya Al-Faraja. 1 goal this season came against APIA, of course, in round 6. Camilleri is there. First time shot. She opted to keep it as controlled as she possibly could. It still went over and wide. Maya Lobo is about to come on. Tash Pryor's minutes are being managed. Isabella Preston will be coming onto the pitch, as well, it seems, Jakili Hook. The former in the 25 jersey, the latter in the 6.
Substitute for APIA, number 5, Maya Lobo, sponsored by Little Kickers, Blacktown.
So a first appearance of the league season off the bench for Maya Lobo as Alexion makes way. The captain of the Western City Rangers immediately checks on Chelsea Barton, the injured player, of course. In the 17 jersey, of course, is Adelaide Wierzynski, who comes off. So only one Wierzynski on the pitch now. Camilleri wins another header today. Haywood in hard on Rukaya Al-Faraja. There is young Selena Mifsud, and Lobo straight into the action. Hoban, who is quick. Now she gets on her stride, but standing firmly. Western City Rangers defence. Camilleri gets it mixed up, recycled, recovered by Rose. And then a poor pass. Well, one there by Kijek. Capitanellis. Oh, that's poor defending. Where Hastings. Capitanellis, backstick free is Ashley Leno! Well, on a day where everything's fallen right for her, perhaps she can just have a smile to herself. I find myself saying, finally, she misses one. She is human after all. Maybe. 80 minutes played. 4-1 still the scoreline. APIA starting their rather vibrant double-header here at Leichhardt Oval. It seems with a win. Capitanellis. Good defending by Hastings though. And she was kicked, free kick given. They didn't want the advantage and slow it down they can, although they take it quickly. Western City Rangers looking for Alfalaja, and in strong was Jasnos. So she has been in every match that she wears an APIA jersey since finding a home at left back. Capitanellis' first time ball in had Kristanovska wondering where exactly she was, and the ball was too. In the end, both parties unhappy as it trickles out and away from danger. Without a touch from Kristanovska. A crossfield switch of play could be on here. Not the desired outcome. And they keep it alive. It's dropped in. Jakili Hook in her first touches on the ball. She was missing in round 18, that being last week. She's back now, missing off the team sheet entirely. 1 week calf, perhaps. Another one of the extremely young Western City Rangers players, 19 she turns this year. Great leave there. Strongly won though by Mifsud. One of the many Rangers Maltese contingent. Well, one there by Letta. Lancaster's going to press the goalkeeper Kristanovska, who sends it high in the sky. One there by Hoban. Potentially offside there. It was Capitanellis, which she was, but the play's actually going to be stopped for an injury concern here in the middle of the park. You might be able to see at the bottom of your screen, the APIA men's side are warming up right now. They will follow this game kicking off at 5:30. Injury concern is for Chloe Gordon, who's been in the wars today against a very, very strong, very, very combative, very, very technically proficient APIA midfield three. She's held her own. Seven minutes left to go of regular time. Christina Kicek and Maya Lobo. This is a more familiar centre-back partnership for APIA. Hoban has curved her run perfectly. Still inside the box. Holding up for a fellow substitute in Paige Hayward. Delivered in, Hoban, that had a deflection. Sense it will now be a corner, that it will. And so the tall timber comes forward. Both centre-backs. It's not a very well-attended corner here. Lots of numbers on the halfway line, defending and attacking. It's a very good-looking ball in, and from point blank. There was a touch there by Charlotte Jonsson. So back-to-back corners it will be. We're looking for a football. 6 minutes left to go. We go again, one hand raised again. Pressure on the goalkeeper from Kitchek. It's another very good looking ball in, and it's cleared away. Back to the corner kick taker. First time crossing to the box, ended up more like a shot. So at the end of the day, it was easy pickings for Renee Kristanovska. Touched by Paige Hayward. Into Camilleri, one here by Selena Mifsud. 2011-born Selena Mifsud wins a free kick there. She has not looked for a moment that she's out of place or that the occasion is too big for her. That's poor. Trickle all the way out for a throw-in right by the corner flag, though. A chance to press, perhaps. One there by Chloe Gordon. Mifsud there too. Johnson had it taken off of her by Paige Hayward. It's kept alive by Jakili Hook. In behind running is Johnson. Diagonal pass inside looking for Katalina Mierzinski. Not to be. As you touch Camilleri, I shouldn't question you. Expertly done. 4 and a bit left to go. The result an assured thing. The performance of APIA, one that required a comeback, but it's been an enjoyable one from a neutral's perspective. Rukaya Alfaraje and strong was Jasnos. It's been a great battle between those two. Mifsud been really impressed by the young'un. Hook blocked by Golding. A solid game at right back for her. Camilleri, it was always looking like it was going wide. She'll beg and plead for a corner. She's not going to get it. Subs to come for APIA. Estella Cameron will make her way on, as will Claudia Chico. The end of the night, it seems, for Charlotte Lancaster, who's played the majority of the 90. Still minutes being managed in what is just now the end of her third appearance since returning to NPL football.
And number 37, Estella Cameron, sponsored by Bell Property, Des Moines.
Big round of applause here for Estella Cameron. Played more than 30 games already between substitute appearances and starts for the 23s. She turns 19 this year, does young Estella.
Yeah, but you cannot tell your my mum said don't tell you.
Diagonal ball sets into the middle. Stanovska will see it bounce once and then into her hands, and then she tusks her right back with immediately running after the ball. She obliges, she has to. Rukaya Alfaraja. We're fortunate that Western City Rangers have kept the ball there. Again, dicing with danger here. Giving away Mostagimi, that was not her fault. Isabella Preston has to be careful. 25 out, centre back. 2 minutes left to go of regular time. Spread out wide.
Are they going to penalties?
That's better by Preston, but APIA still have the ball. Rose, whose heat map would suggest that she's been all over the pitch in the best possible way here this afternoon. In a couple of seconds, I can officially say this evening, nearly 5 p.m.
You will.
I mean, we're just half an hour from the double header reaching its second part. Sydney FC ball is now out. To warm up, make your way down here to Leichhardt if you haven't got begun your venture already. As an in-swinging ball is about to be delivered in, as APIA look for a fifth.
Really cool.
And what is going to be their sixth win in a row. It's a good ball in, and it's good hands by Kristanovska, who again plays it quickly. Ball speed, ball speed, ball speed, the name of the game. Beautiful Trivella. And now they're into the box. Down goes Golding. Can they square for a chance? Kulopowski with another big save. And what a return to form it's been since the early moments of the game. The mental fortitude she has shown between the sticks. given away. A 3v4. Can they play it quick enough? A chance to really seal the deal. Cuts onto her left. And still Hoban now. Wide. Just took one touch too many there. Should have blazed it. Blasted it with her right foot when it was on there. Instead, wanted to be a little bit too intricate. As a result, as we touch now on to 19 minutes played. The score still at 4-1. What a fun, what an entertaining match it has been. Again, if you have enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. 4 goals for Ashletter has been the name of this game. Unsure how much time is being added on right now as a chunky clearance. Falls kindly for APIA, and Western City Rangers are able to get it away just about through Chloe Gordon. Alyssa Rose. Hayward's touch kept it in the vicinity of APIA jerseys, and they now win it back. Camilleri, always impressed. Hope to see her for many more years playing her trade at this level of the game. If not, my all-age men's 4 team needs a number 9. Now, a reminder, if you have joined us late, there was a very long injury delay right at the start of the second half. Sophie Hoban has this ball to find Capitanellis now, looking to break that duct, and does so! Both posts! And given! That's the way to do it when you needed a ball to bounce your way. Talia Capitanellis. Swap of wings to start the game, a return to the left-hand side, and a typically brilliant left-footed finish across the keeper, touching both posts before creeping across the line as if to be as tantalising as possible. It's a sensational way for the second top goal scorer of APIA to find her 8th of the league campaign.
Talia Capitanellis, sponsored by Sydney City Mechanical Services. APIA leading 5-1.
And it has been threatening. Brad Attard, the coach, still desperate for more as he instructs his new look front line and midfield to continue their press. Although Jakili Hook has half a chance here against a fatigued Mia Golding, perhaps, and slipping at the pivotal moment. Wierzynski, unfortunately, for Catalina. Hayward, on we go, well past the 90, ball in behind Capitanellis and Kristanovska, who picked up a yellow, by the way. Puts that ball out into touch. It's her 3rd yellow of the season, by the way, for Renee Kristanovska. Too much bite for the referee's liking. But today, it's International Ashletter Day. This APIA doubleheader has been headlined by maybe the club's best player for a long, long time. Still we go on. Look at the watch by the referee as Mostagimi brings us out of defence. Looking for Bifsud. Well won there by Jasnos. Capitanellis still hounding. Still full of running. This is Sophie Hoban. Imagine that. Imagine you've just spent nearly 70 minutes against APIA and suddenly Sophie Hoban comes off the bench. Touched by Hook to slow things down. Again, a look at the watch by the referee. Chloe Gordon gives it away. Paige Hayward now can run it, tired legs with her fresher ones. Couple of step overs here. Cross towards the back stick was blocked before it gained any kind of momentum. It would be a goal kick for Kristanovska. Hayward stayed down though, and she's still on the pitch, so we should really tend to her by the letter of the law. And she's slowly making sure that that's a noticed stoppage that's required. She fell a little awkwardly as I watch it back here on replay. Strong work, totally fair work on Mostagimi. Just had a certain left leg, and now as we call the physio, the left leg just got caught a little bit and kind of bent inwards, which is of a concern if you're Paige Hayward and you're APIA. The last thing you need with a 4-goal cushion is to lose one of your players on a day where we've shown that the surface is a bit susceptible to a slip and slide, or even a grab, though, in the other end of the spectrum. Chelsea Barton, by the way, the reason for the major stoppage and the reason why we're playing well beyond the 90 minutes. Hopefully she's okay. She's actually still down there on the bench. She's been tended to by family, friends, and physios and coaching staff and media personnel alike. She's okay. She's not in any pain right now, but we just hope that her recovery time is a small one. Now, Paige Hayward, as we speak about knees, it's also her left knee, much like Chelsea Barton, that's in a world of discomfort and feeling like it's not quite stable. So APIA likely to finish the game here with 10, having used all their windows. Hayward has only played some 15, 20 minutes, so she's taking all the precautions she needs to. That will do it. That will do it. A game where the lead went the way of Western City Rangers thanks to Trudy Camilleri's absolutely fantastic solo effort after some very, very well coordinated and high effort pressing. But after that point, Ash Letter, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on day and game 100 at APIA, she picked up her 20th of the season, then her 21st, then her 22nd, and for the poker, her 23rd. She is outright the Golden Boot leader by some frightening margin. No one will catch her. The question is, can they go and catch the Bulls? They're equal on points right now with them, equal on 43 points, but the game to come for the Bulls, who are facing, of course, the Stingrays, who are, much like the Western City Rangers, in the tussle to keep their heads above water themselves. Capitanella's got the 5th goal, of course, just a couple of minutes ago, with an expert way to shake that little 3-game scoreless streak. Welcome back to the scorers charts, her 8th of the season for the brilliant winger. And that was all she wrote in this game. Western City Rangers still waiting for that win. It's been many a moons now. Up next is Northern Tigers. Well, no slouches, of course. For APIA, their next task is Sydney Olympic. They'll have to do it without Mona Walker, who picked up her 5th yellow card of the season, of course. But they have depth, as we know. And as Paige Hayward makes her way to the bench, she's not going to take a seat. She trusts herself and trusts that left knee to stay sturdy. But we hope, for her sake and for Chelsea Barton's as well, that everybody's knees are okay. All the best with your recovery that's to come, in particular, Chelsea. We wish you from the NPL world all the best. My name is Mark DePaul. It's been a pleasure to have you alongside me here for this fantastic 6-goal game. What a pleasure it is to be at this wonderful stadium too. See you next time, guys.